Today I want to share with you my skepticism on the lion's mane mushroom, aka Hericium erinaceus. The reason why I want to make this video is because the mushroom seems to be very hyped, but based on the number of blog posts that it appears in with people raving about it and the number of supplements that it appears in. I'm coming at it from the angle of someone who has spent a significant amount of time intaking and synthesizing the data and research that has been done on the mushroom. Briefly, an overview: Hericium erinaceus is a mushroom that grows across multiple continents and is raved about because it has been shown to increase the presence of nerve growth factor in vivo and also in vitro, so in test tube lab settings and in living organisms. The nerve growth factor is important to the maintenance and survival of neurons. Thereby, nerve growth factor is important for cognitive functions and immune functions, amongst others, in the human body. Several companies report that the increase in nerve growth factor is due to the presence of compounds unique to Hericium erinaceus, known as hericinons and erinacines. The first reason why I'm skeptical is because the hericinons of those two compounds are the one that are primarily found in the fruiting body of the lion's mane mushroom. And the fruiting body is usually what is incorporated into most supplements. However, one of the studies, a 2008 study in the Biological and Pharmaceutical Bulletin, proved that the hericinons are not responsible for nerve growth factor. Furthermore, based on what others have said, especially companies that criticize other companies for using the mycelium in their extract, the mycelium-based extracts often include large amounts of whatever growing substrate the mycelium was on, so that could be brown rice. When you buy a supplement that is based from the mycelium, you are getting something that is contaminated with significant amounts of starch, significant amounts of a substrate that does not contain erinacines. To summarize those points, the compounds responsible for increases in nerve growth factor have not been ascertained currently. So what exactly do we want our lion's mane mushroom extract standardized for? Several blogs have referenced a study that was done on 50 to 80-year-old Japanese men and women with mild cognitive impairment, which revealed increases on cognitive scales after 16 weeks of taking 3 grams of dried lion's mane mushroom powder per day. And the first improvements in scores were noted on week 8. Those scores decreased significantly after the termination of the intake of the 3 grams per day. I don't think a mushroom that bestows mild and temporary, really fleeting cognitive benefits upon those who take it for extensive periods of time at high dosage levels deserves as much attention as lion's mane mushroom is getting. Large cost, tiny temporary improvement. In addition to claims that lion's mane mushroom improves cognitive function, I've also come across claims that lion's mane mushroom intake improves mood. The one study I found that focused on this followed women who took 2 grams of the fruiting body of lion's mane mushroom a day in the form of a cookie. The study found improvements on several scales of self-reported emotional well-being, self-assessed measures of distress or complaints, things like that. So in other words, very subjective scales. And because of that, the findings of this study are not very strong evidence, in my opinion, that lion's mane mushroom does anything for mood improvement. So to summarize my findings on lion's mane mushroom as a whole based on the studies, it appears that it does bestow cognitive benefits, but they are mild and temporary. And beyond that, as far as other improvements such as mood, there's no strong evidence supporting those claims. So let's move on to my personal experience with the extract. I have taken Mind Nutrition UK's version of the lion's mane mushroom extract in several doses, both small and large, the largest one being 5 grams at once, and I've felt nothing. In other words, as far as acute effects, I have not noticed anything. That doesn't automatically make me a disbeliever in the product, but it makes the product even less exciting for me. Not that I expect to be sitting here like shaking and stuff as if I took a bunch of caffeine. Obviously lion's mane is not a stimulant, so you wouldn't notice it as much as caffeine, but if you take it in higher and higher dosages, you would hope that you'd notice some type of effect. If I downed a whole bottle of this, I still don't think I would feel anything, because other than indigestion, because I took like a third of the bottle and I didn't feel anything. Just another point that for me makes this a very unappealing supplement to include in my stack. Based on my lackluster personal experience with lion's mane mushroom and the unimpressive results from studies, I conclude that the product, the fungi, does not deserve the hype that it is getting. I am not saying lion's mane mushroom is completely useless. I am saying it is unimpressive. And when compared with all of these other adaptogens and herbs out there that have clinically been proven to have very impressive results, I do think that lion's mane mushroom is overhyped. Please, in the comments section, share your opinions, dispute what I've said here, share other studies you found. And if you agree with me, let me know about that as well. Thanks for watching.
Yo, you got popped like a flick by that rivalry click and win. It ain't my fault your ass is on the asphalt.